Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I'm Prasad Michael and these are the headlines for today. Former Prime Minister Najib Abdul Razak was charged with money laundering in relation to SRC International Sdn Bhd in the Sessions Court in Kuala Lumpur today. This is after the prosecution had in the High Court in Kuala Lumpur yesterday withdrawn the 3 charges after Najib was charged before Justice Nazlan Ghazali on January 28th. Today, Najib claimed trial to the 3 charges before Sessions Court Judge Azman Ahmad. He is charged with receiving the illegal proceeds to the amount of 47 million ringgit in his Ambank account. The prosecution is led by the head of the prosecution at the Attorney General's Chambers, Manoj Kurup. Najib's lead counsel, Shafee Abdullah, when met by reporters today, had a few things to say about the prosecution team's conduct.
So you find that same 3 charges is being recharged today because the Attorney General and the Solicitor General number 3, they realized that they have made a mess of the proceeding. They did not understand the law because every charges must come from the lower court. It must start in the lower court and then you transmit anywhere else. Even cases that involve murder, which are exclusive jurisdiction of the High Court, it starts in the Magistrates Court.
The prosecutor also agreed that a verbal guarantee was sufficient for these 3 charges, following an objection from Shafee.
So today, when they read the charge, they asked for bail. I said, you can't ask for bail because on the 28th, you said you are not asking for additional bail. So as an office that is a respectable, august body like the Attorney General, you can approbate and reprobate. I mean, keep on changing your stance. You know, flip-flop decision. You can't do that. So we say stick to it. So finally, they agreed. All right, we don't ask any bail in terms of money, but give us your personal undertaking. I mean, Datuk Sri Najib gives personal undertaking that he will appear without money, without surety.
MCA had denied BN Acting Chairperson Mohammed Hassan's claim regarding the Coalition Supreme Council meeting not being held. Yesterday, Mohammed said the meeting was not called because MCA and MIC were afraid that journalists were to pressure them on the motion to dissolve the coalition. However, MCA President Wee Ka Siong said this was not the case. He said he welcomed the BN Supreme Council to meet as soon as possible and that MCA representatives will table the motion to dissolve BN during the meeting. On December 2nd, MCA Central delegates passed a motion to empower the party's Central Committee to push for BN's dissolution. 10 days later, the Central Committee submitted an official letter to the BN Secretariat calling for a Supreme Council meeting to be convened. At the time, UMNO President Ahmad Zaid Hamidi was the BN chairperson. He has since gone on leave. According to the MCA President, his party had never objected to holding the BN Supreme Council meeting nor backtracked on discussing the motion. Past Central Committee member NIC Abdul Aziz told the MACC that he has no information regarding the allegation that UMNO channeled 90 million ringgit to PAS. Speaking to reporters after his statement was recorded, the Bacho MP said those who named him in their MACC report focused on the wrong person and is confident of not being summoned again. NIC Abdu, who spent more than an hour at the MACC office in Kota Baru, Kelantan this morning, said he was questioned on several issues, including a controversial audio recording. As for the audio recording in which he purportedly talked about receiving 2 million ringgit from UMNO, NIC Abdu said he provided a brief answer to the investigators. MACC's investigation into the 90 million ringgit allegation comes in the wake of past President Abdul Hadi Awang's agreement to an out-of-court settlement of a defamation suit filed in London against Sarawak Report. The website suggested that the Islamist Party received a colossal sum from former Prime Minister Najib Abdul Razak. Both PAS and Najib have denied the allegation. The settlement was reached through a consent order dated February 1st at the London High Court of Justice. But the removal of the said article does not seem to be a term of the settlement as it remains online unaltered and unretracted. Former Prime Minister Najib Abdul Razak is operating on his own platform, but his contributions to BN are still welcomed, said the coalition's acting chairperson, Mohammed Hassan.
Mungkin Datuk Sri Najib akan digunakan, populariti beliau digunakan untuk
saya tak menggunakan perkataan digunakan. Saya tak guna perkataan digunakan. Di Cameron Highland, UMNO dan Barisan Nasional tidak menjemput beliau. Tetapi dia dijemput oleh warga Felda. Dia dijemput oleh persatuan ataupun Tok Batin dan you must remember that kita tidak menjemput, okay? Tetapi beliau dijemput, dialu-alukan oleh orang Felda, minta dia datang ke Felda.
Petrol prices will go up by 4 cents after midnight today, while the price of diesel will remain at RM2.18 per litre. In a statement today, the Finance Ministry said that the RON95 will trade at RM1.97 per litre, while RON97 will trade at RM2.27 per litre, both of which are 4 cents up from last week's rate. And that is all from me today. For more stories, go to KiniTV.com. Please subscribe and share this video. I'm Michael. Thanks for watching and good night. Have a good weekend.